Hello and welcome, and Donnie Johannesson joining you here on field number 2 for the boys under 16s, and also Paul Stevenson. Paul, these two teams, Country Brothers, they're from all over Brisbane. They're up against a team that's predominantly from the Bundaberg area, Wide Bay area as well, and that's United as one, Denny Tanner Memorial, the A team. There's an A and a B team, and the B team will play straight after this as well, and Eddie Monet will join you for that. So, well, how do you think these two teams will go so far?
Yeah, it's exciting, Donnie, isn't it? It's been a lovely morning already here at Albany Creek. The sun is out, the wind is up, unfortunately, but we've seen some really ripper footy. Really looking forward to this game.
I've seen some speed, some blowout scores at the moment. Eddie just called the game as well, that the team just piled on the points. So some of the teams are starting to show a bit of brilliance, and unfortunately some other teams are starting to show, chinks in the armour and leaving some big scores behind.
Yeah, and we don't want to see those blowout scores. They're not good for anyone. They're not good for the teams that get beat by a big score, and it really doesn't help the teams that win by huge scores. So hopefully we're in for a tight affair here. Looking forward to it.
And the games too. We had a big blowout game, myself and Andrew Walker watching the game earlier too, and that was a big scoreline, 56-4. Brown Snakes over Ipswich's Camboos Warriors. And not to take anything away from the Warriors in that particular game, but, teams are trying. Teams are come together, and this is the first time they've seen each other. They've probably met by emails and things like that, but trying to gel on the field at that particular time is always tough, isn't it? Yeah,
and that's the difficulty. I guess there's a number of teams, including these two here, that have, been put together from sort of all over Queensland. So, it's very difficult for them to meet, train, do any ball work and get any cohesion prior to this carnival. So I think if it's played in the right spirits, it'll be a great game.
Kick-off there from United as one, Denny Tanner Memorial, and in the green, Country Brothers, and expect some good things from them. Coach Mark Palmer said the teams have been talking to each other very well leading up to this game, so expect some good things. Watson has his first early run for the Country Brothers. And United has won Denny Tanner Memorial in the very beautiful coloured shirt. So that's really good as they come smashing up there. Fisher, he was involved in that tackle. And the other thing too, I've noticed, Paul, some speed, man. Jeez, for this age group, under 16s, the speed is just unbelievable.
Oh, I think it's one of the things that we've come to know and love from this Murri Carnival, is it? And just seeing not only, top-line talent in each age group, but also just the speed and agility of some of these players is amazing.
Well, the little kick was charged down and regathered now there by Denny Tanner Memorial. But referee says no. Could be a double in there. But almost a poor option, wasn't it? A very shallow kick.
Yeah, an interesting one. First set of the game, coming out of trouble to try and chip over the top rather than get some better field position. But it's worked out for them okay, the Country Brothers.
And from this too, I mean, we'll see some teams, representative teams will be picked down the track, I believe. So stay tuned at the end of the carnival for some details, and keep an eye on the QMC app. And if you're watching the QMC app, you can see the ladder, the live ladder, and previous scores as well, and live scores from other games. So check out field number 4 and the team over there with Alex Durante, Mark Tukey. He's here today as well, giving us some insight to the game. As we see now, the Country Brothers with the ball. Gets up, has another run, a couple more metres. Well, the whistle's getting used a lot in this game so far. Country Brothers getting a bit more up the field. And that's actually a pretty good kick too. Let's see if they can do anything from this. And the other thing too, Paul, the good thing is both benches are pretty full. We're seeing a couple of early teams where, they're still waiting, believe it or not, for some players to show up, because some people have travelled a long way, so we appreciate them doing that to come to the carnival.
Yeah, and I guess as we see another play on, the difficult thing for teams at the start of the carnival, if they don't have numbers, they will always see injuries, and it's a long week of football for these guys, so it could be a long week for the teams that are short numbers early in the week.
Whoa, big hit. Oh, he felt that. The ball was just floating out to him. He had to wait for it, and Denny Tanner Memorial read that perfectly. And now advantage coming back to them. Great defence from them early.
Yeah, they've been stinging in defence. The 11, Trezell Fisher's contact has been outstanding already.
And how's that for many metres? Harris, he's getting the team up that end. They've got a few numbers out this left-hand side. Starting to use their hands, and Good gets it away, but he was almost taken there, Blair. Blair's still trying to keep it alive. Good work so far, Denatani Memorial. Through their hands again. Has another hit up there, Harris. Push back, Harris. That's great defence, Country Brothers. Long pass. Short pass inside, goes close to the line, rolls and gets near the post, but held up there, Fisher. Hands again towards the post, smashes it over, just running back towards the post, caught them off guard. First points there, Denatana Memorial.
Well, I think field position is going to play a big part in this game, isn't it, Donnie? I think that's the first set that obviously Denatana Memorial side had attacking the line. They've found some points. I think if they can play footy up this end, they'll keep finding points.
And you know that came from that mistake back around the halfway mark where even though they kicked out for touch, the Country Brothers, the ball was loose in play and picked up nicely there by United as one, Denatana Memorial A side. And look what they did with the damaging runs from the forwards, of course. And the other thing too, notice some of these under-16 games too, they're scoring nice and early. Quick scores and then a double on from that too. So they really got to watch their defence in this particular case, Country Brothers. Gets the extras. 6-0 scoreline so far. United has won Denatana Memorial A side up against Country Brothers for this 12 o'clock. On field number 2, under 16 boys, Paul Stevenson, Donnie Johannesson joining you in commentary. And tell you what, just seeing some of the other fields as we look around too, just the crowd, they're here, the families are here, they're supporting, school holidays of course up here. So that's great too.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, isn't it? It's a wonderful week of or few days of rugby league for spectators and for participants.
Kicks off. Country Brothers. Goes out on the full. No good. They're putting themselves under pressure early. And Paul, your insight too. How long do you think it takes to try and get a team together? Like, for instance, Country Brothers, mainly predominantly from Brisbane. Do you as a coach just put out an email and then follow everybody up? How long does that take? A couple of months? Yeah,
well, they're definitely on the back foot, aren't they? You know, there's teams in these competitions that have been playing together for years in their local rugby league competitions and what have you. So, when you bring a side together from all over, communication is key, but always hard to find the cohesion.
And that's Winton wrapped up, plays the ball now. Again, their big guys are just making plenty of metres and doing it again. George gets the ball away. Who's there? Of course, it's Harris. Harris steps back inside. Harris gets more metres. Good field position again. Now for Denatana Memorial. Back towards the post. I thought the player was in front of him. Nice running straight and hard. Gets to the line. No, loses it. But that was a good effort there from Fisher, but on the spot, Country Brothers. Very lucky.
Well, he's run a couple of good lines and been really good in defence already, this Trezell Fisher. He's done a great job. Unlucky to lose the ball over the line there, but he's looking dangerous.
Well, they needed this, Country Brothers. They need to get out of trouble. Only down 6-0 at first half. Boys under 16 competition. Field number 2 has under 16 boys competitions all day today. So you'll see some young brilliance there. The future of the QMC right there as well, Paul. And heaps of steps. Lots of steps from these guys. Yeah. Gone are the days where we used to do that, and our knees are now no good. Around the collar, pushes him back. How's that for the defence? Great work there, Cooper.
Geez, they've been physical in defence already, this Denatana Memorial side.
I saw an early game, one of the first games. I was sitting on the sideline and they pushed him out and unfortunately took out the touchy as well. So, but the touchy was okay. He was tough too. And if you see all the touchies, we thank them for their time, the touchies and the referees. They've been doing a great job. You might see on their shirt they have iMob on the back, and they're here if you want to go check out the marquees as they see a dead kick from Country Brothers. That's a really good kick, actually, to get them all the way back down here.
And a much better set coming out of trouble.
Oh, no, but it's turned around in favour of Danny Tanner Memorial. And look at the space, and the numbers are supporting him as well. All that from a deep kick from Country Brothers. That is a great try.
Well, I've just given Country Brothers a rap for getting to their kick and coming and working hard coming out of trouble, but that's just some individual brilliance from the 6, Levi Hack. Wow.
What happened there, Paul?
He was just too big and too fast then.
There's a great deep kick, but to give him that much space, unbelievable. Well, the kick and chase wasn't on in that sense, where the kick was, like we said, nice and deep, but unfortunately the line broke in defence and took advantage of that Danny Tanner Memorial. That really turned around that particular passage of play. Sets up right in front now. Egmalise gets the 2 valuable points there. 12-0 is the scoreline at the moment. First half, boys under 16. And one other thing we noticed in an earlier game where it was a bit of a blowout, the heads of the players started to get down straight away. They need to lift. There's still a lot of time, and it's only just the 12 points in it at the moment, Paul.
Yeah, it's demoralising, isn't it, to have so many points put on you. But all that coaches can ask of these players is that they just keep turning up and working hard.
And they're starting to use the bench too, Country Brothers. It's good to see. There are no panic stations at the moment, but that's good to see that they're using them. Try a few different things at the moment. And they're set nicely too. Danny Tanner Memorial side. Well, a little bit of a short kick, but taken well. No pressure. Almost gets through a little bit of a break there. Walsh. Walsh is going into the Eels camp too. So a bit of a representative job there, as we see now. He's getting too much space there, Blair. Blair got the ball away too. Gets it back again. Blair caught from behind. How much they've gone up the field already, Paul.
Yeah, these metres are too easy. It's looking ominous for the Country Brothers.
Back inside pass there to Martins was good. 10 metres out. Again, putting the pressure on. And the go through their hands. Simple as. Goes in the corner. Johnson, I believe it was. And it was just through the hands. The forwards went forwards. The backs did their job too. Try out wide. And they make that 16-0.
Yeah, well, they set the platform, didn't they, with their get-out set. They made a heap of metres. The 6 there, Levi Hack, straightened them up at the death. Threw a lovely ball out wide to Preston to score.
Wow, it was just the hands, wasn't it?
It looked all too easy.
Absolutely. From one part of the park to the other side. And they're deep too. That's the other good thing. Good work there from Danny Tanner Memorial. Bit more of a difficult kick. They need to have a good chat there, Country Brothers in the back. And I'm sure they are. There's definitely some holes in their defence. They're really being picked off at the moment as we see the kick. Doesn't look too bad. Sprayed away though, stays at 16-0. First half, boys under 16s. Field number 2. And don't forget the QMC app, check it out. All the live scores and live ladder as well. Maybe your community's still in there and doing some great things. And I love some of these jerseys too, Paul. Great to see.
They're awesome, aren't they?
I'm almost tempted to give up one of my shirts and get one of theirs.
Straight swap.
Country Brothers now coming back to restart.
What number would you ask for, Donny?
Well, I was a winger, so a number 2. So... And the other good thing too is I've seen a few jersey presentations given to the players, so that's great to see.
Awesome.
And, again, this comes back to these particular players have just met here on day number 1 for them. So it's great to see that the one particular team was giving out the jerseys to the players, and there was a big round of applause from the rest of the players too. That's bounced 10. That's theirs. That should be play. Did that go 10? I thought it did.
It might have just been short, Donny. Might have just been short. I hope for the referee's sake it was.
I thought there was backspin on there like a golf shot, but that's why he took it. But, yeah, well, the touchy's on the sideline too, so he's there to do his job as well, and that's what they saw. Maybe my eyes are getting too old for this game. Anyway, 21, Griffiths. He's got the ball now. And again, the favour coming back to Danatana Memorial, and they just can't get a break at the moment, Country Brothers. And that's, you put that down to a little bit of discipline too, Paul?
Yeah, I think the best approach for this Country Brothers side would be to kick it long and defend their butts off. But they've gone for the short kick-off again, trying to compete for the footy. They were probably a little bit unlucky that time. Through
their hands again, out this left side. They've attacked the right and scored from there before. Now they're trying the left, and this is Levi Hack. He's going to do a little bit of stint with the Cowboys too as he's pushed out. Well, that is great fence from Country Brothers. For about 10, 20 metres, they held him and just dragged him out to the sideline. Good work. It was almost like a standing tackle, but they kept moving and pushing him out. Great to see. Oh, good tackle there. Country Brothers now. Can they do something with this? Can they use the full set?
There we go.
The speed man. Let's see how he goes. He's put his head down. He needs support as well. That's good to see. Gattani, the ball goes loose. Might have been a case of keeping it himself. But that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah, they've created an opportunity there. It's probably the best way they're going to find some line breaks is to go wide and use the football.
And no one was close to him as well, so that's good to see the speed coming out there from Jeremiah. 16 nils the scoreline. United has won. Danatana Memorial, if you just joined us on the QMC app against Country Brothers. Country Brothers with the ball, and that's a bit loose and ugly, but finally taken. Again, they need to start to restructure. They haven't used a full set yet. Country Brothers. That's because Danatana Memorial has been very good in defence. Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, it really is.
That one, I did not see that one coming, but just when we thought Country Brothers were, starting to come up the field, referee said no. And advantage back now to United as one. And
well, Country Brothers are 3 from 6, as we see. Danatana Memorial side make another line break. They're only 3 from 6, so if they can smarten up those completions and hold the footy, they can be in the contest.
And look at that defence. They're starting to come in. That's good work, Country Brothers. They need to hold them out. About 15 metres out. They're dangerous from this position too. The big guys running close to the post. And running, taking 3-4 with them as well. Got numbers stacked both sides. They go to that right side. Loose ball, but picked up Country Brothers. Good work. They needed that. Wow, talk about getting out of jail free card. They've used it now, so let's see what they can do. But the defence is so good, Danatana.
Defence has been good for both teams, I think. But both teams have only completed at 50%, so I think more important probably for the Country Brothers is to tuck the ball under the arm here, get to a kick, and try and defend down the other end.
And that's it too. They haven't really put kicks in general play, have they?
Well, they've had no field position, Donny, either.
Yeah, absolutely. So see them now. Well, this is their last, and they haven't gotten very far from their own try line. A little dummy inside, and still, it's their last. I don't think they know this. But they need to do something here. Through their hands is a good option. Little back inside pass is starting to work too. They've gone up the field, keeping the ball alive. Chip put through. Couple of chases. That's a good bounce too. Favourable. Hands. It's going well. Hack. He's got the ball now. Push back. And that's their last. But that's actually not a bad little effort from Country Brothers.
Well, it was good to see them play some football. They chanced their hand on the last tackle. They made a line break. They had a flick pass. They had a chip kick from a front rower there. I think it's great to see them play some footy.
Petro Sivanasiva is out today, so let's see how he goes about forwards kicking in play. So.
Yeah, I saw a big pet down the end of the field there.
Danny Tanner Memorial with the ball. They are leading 16-0. Country Brothers defending yet again. They must be tired in this heat, trying to keep them out. Big guys again going straight towards the post. They know how to score. Is he there? And yes, he is. Another try from them. I think that was Noah. And again, it was just straight running, wasn't it?
Yeah. This Country Brothers side has to find a way to get better field position than what they are.
It's at that broken line of defence too, isn't it? Because they know they got 3 or 4 players jumping on there, and it just creates that massive hole.
It's a big, strong side, this United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial team.
This is the A side. So the B side play next. Let's see how they go as well. How devastating these players from the Bundy area, Wide Bay, all those areas. You know, there's so much talent in that area there, isn't there?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what an opportunity for these kids to come to town, come to the city and play in the Murri Carnival and put their talents on show.
Agmelis trying to add the extras. Right in front. Doesn't usually miss from there. And he doesn't. 22-0. Still the first half. So that's not a bad scoreline for the Country Brothers to maybe have a break, get some oranges and reset when they come out for the second half. It's good to see them starting to run up there anyway. They haven't got their heads down as such, so that's great to see. It's starting to warm up out there now too, isn't it, Paul?
It certainly is. This breeze, we're elevated here where we sit, Donny, and getting a bit of a breeze, but it's pretty warm on ground.
Well, it's cool up here, but it's hot action down there, especially for Danny Tanner Memorial A side. Well, they go short again. They went short, and I thought it was a good ball, but referee didn't agree. Knocked back. Is that okay? No. Well, that's a good effort, Country Brothers. They're right up the other end now. Let's see what they can do from here.
Yeah, some discretion showed there by the referee. I think Country Brothers probably offside off the kick, but the player didn't participate in the play, so I think he let it go, which is probably fair.
Yeah, just the little odd thing here and there, just to help a side. That's okay. Country Brothers, can they do something? They haven't. I don't think they completed a whole set yet, have they?
Well, this is the first chance they've had to attack the line, so it'll be interesting to see who stands up here.
And look at the numbers. They've got really spaced out there too. They've got the whole field there. They need to make sure. I think then player, if he's a little bit closer, that might be all right. But that's okay. Goes through the hands. The cutout pass. He was picked off quickly. Still using it out that way. They shouldn't panic at the moment, but they do. And the passes like that don't help. Country Brothers don't have a score at the moment. Good defence again. Look at that. Danny Tanner Memorial really know how to get up in the Country Brothers' face. Watson, again, 3 or 4 in the tackle as they push him back. Watson went nowhere. This is what they need to do. They're a little bit flat. Kick like that doesn't help. Getting it through their hands, goes back. Oh, well, I thought it did go back. But, yeah, I don't think there was much talking there from Country Brothers, Paul.
No, these guys just need to put their heads down and complete a set. They're doing it tough at the moment.
Well, I think they'd be really a bit upset about that themselves, getting all this end of the field and unfortunately dropping it again. Country Brothers versus United has won Danny Tanner Memorial, and they have their B side up next against Brothers United, so stay tuned for that with Eddie Monet as they go through their hands. And they're strong with this, passing it out to the wide side. They've scored out there before. They're chancing it yet again. Big hands, short pass goes, and look at the space, just opens up for him. But great tackle there. Mars got some speed on him too, and he was really cut down too. Great to see Country Brothers do that.
Well, it was a smart little play from the 5'8" there again, Levi Hack. I think he's just been interchanged. Oh, no, here he is, still on the field. He straightened up the defensive line and put the big fella through on a short ball, and he's probably going to score again here.
Yeah, just the 1-2, the steps straight over. Levi Hack, no surprise the Cowboys want him with plays like that. How good's that? 26-0. Still in the first half here for United as one. Danny Tanner Memorial up against Country Brothers.
Well, the day is young and the carnival is young, Donny, but from what we've seen already in the under-16s, it's going to be a hotly contested Murri Carnival side when it comes to picking halves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both halves. The halves for the Firehawks, Rory Hagan, the halfback for Murray Binder, Lockyer Hill, and this 6 Levi Hack for this Danny Tanner Memorial side are quality kids. They're good players.
Even the game, Canberra Warriors, I mean, they showed some brilliance, but it was the Brown Snakes that really put it on to them. And they're 6, 7, 8. They did so much damage to the Brown Snakes. So, yeah, we're seeing the spine of the teams actually step up. And especially that Brown Snakes, the forwards, they did so much damage up through the centre. Egg Melise is having a break from kicking duties, giving it over now to Gage. Gage lines it up. And that's nice and sweet too.
Very good strike.
28-0. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial A side up against Country Brothers. This is for field number 2, the boys under 16 competition. And let's hope it doesn't turn into another one-sided affair. Some of these games have been, and there we can hear the halftime hooter there. And this is probably a good thing for Country Brothers. So they go in now for the halftime break. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial 28-0 over Country Brothers. Donnie Johannes and Paul Stevenson will join you back for the second half very shortly. Hello, welcome back. Donnie Johannesson joined you, Paul Stevenson as well. For Country Brothers up against United as one Danny Tanner Memorial A side. They are 28-0 over Country Brothers, who are in the green if you just joined us for the second half. And out in the field there now at the moment is the Danny Tanner Memorial side. And they've just been dominating too with that scoreline there, 28-0, haven't they, Paul?
Yeah, well, it's certainly been a lopsided affair up until half-time, Donnie, which is not what we want to see. So let's hope this Country Brothers side, if they can complete some sets and get some better field position, I think they can find some points. They're just going to have to put themselves in the right position to do that.
And the Country Brothers are right next to us, and we heard the halftime commentary from the coaching staff, which was an interesting point. Who wants to play in a certain position? So it makes me wonder that some of these players, even though they've all just come together, maybe they're not playing in their natural positions. Yeah,
and as we've said before, you know, when you throw teams together like this, you lack cohesion. It makes it very, very difficult to have some success. But it's not all about winning here, mate. It's about the community outcomes and the opportunity for kids to play some footy, and it's great.
That is a great kick, great effort and result from them. They needed that, Country Brothers. It was an ugly kick, but it worked. It's good to see. Let's see if they can put some pressure on now as they see the dropout. That's how they need to start, isn't it, Paul?
Exactly right.
It's a nice high kick too. The breeze is under it. Can they get a whole completed set, Country Brothers, or even a couple of points on the board? They're down 28-0. Williams played the ball. Grogan. A couple of players on him, trying to bring him down. Finally brought to ground, Grogan. Slowing the play down a bit too. Back inside run. Watson. They've got heaps of numbers out this left, and they call it out this way now too. Williams gets the ball, goes through their hands, holds it up. Not making much ground at the moment. Well, the dummy and going straight, but he just felt the defence right there. Again, they're not going anywhere at the moment. They got the ball, they got good possession, but wow. They didn't make anything out of that.
It was a bit of a disappointing set in attack there for the Country Brothers. They needed, to get their forwards moving forward, and they need to start going in numbers, absolutely.
That close to the line, running from dummy half, and you're about 5-6 out, you're getting picked off. Danny Tanner Memorial A side now. They've got the 28 points on the board. Advantages coming back to them. That's a nice run. There it is again. The big guy's doing the damage. Running through the gaps too. Look how much speed he's got. He's going all the way. He's got some speed there, George. George, only he's beat 1, 2. George goes all the way. Great work from him from nothing.
Well, that's extraordinary from the big fella, isn't it?
Over halfway, gets the ball, and was only supposed to run maybe 10 metres to get the team up the field a little bit more on the park, but he goes all the way and shrugs off everybody along the way, the Country Brothers, and scores in the corner.
Well, as I say, he'll be excluded from the Front Rowers Club if he keeps doing that, Donnie, today.
Oh, you're right, Petro Simonaseva. I love these front rowers scoring like the length of the field tries. And Country Brothers are just shocked. They started so well, Country Brothers, with the kickoff, with the dropout coming too, but they made nothing out of that set. And then you give the ball back to Danny Tanner Memorial, and they just hurt you.
Time to reset. Go again.
Well, they are piling on the points so early in the second half. I was expecting Country Brothers to come up with something, and they needed to be the first team to score too. They've got some good players there who are doing so much damage there, Danny Tanner Memorial side. A little bit high and short. No luck with the extras. 32-0 is the scoreline. Field number 2, boys under 16. And I'll tell you what, some of these boys too are so big and dominant, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are in this Danny Tanner Memorial side.
Country Brothers running up. It's good to see. They've got a spring in their step. They know they need to add some points. It's getting a little bit warm out there now.
It certainly is.
Substitutions are important now too. Both teams have quite a few players sitting on the bench. Watson. A little bit of a worm burner there. Oh, nice clean pickup. That was good. But look how much speed and space he's got. They didn't want that, Country Brothers, and he's going, and he's got support, and he finds his man, and he's still running there. Warren keeps going, and he bumps into 1-2 and finally brought the ground by Country Brothers, but he brought it right up there. Oh, he's in the bin too for a professional.
That's unlucky, isn't it? It was great scramble there from the Country Brothers. They're under the pump. They haven't scored a point. They scrambled to save that try. Unfortunately, they pushed it a little bit too far on the ground.
He's even in shock. He's asking the ref, what's that for? That's 5 minutes in the bin, even though he showed the 10 sign. But I'll tell you what, Coach Mark Palmer for the Country Brothers would be just absolutely shocked about that. And now they're down a player. So they're about 10 metres out, Danny Tanner Memorial, A side. And they've got the overlap. And the damaging runs like that, so close to the line. Is he there? No, held up. Oh, Paul Stevenson. The Country Brothers are in all sorts of trouble.
They're just too big and too fast at the moment, aren't they, Donnie?
Absolutely. Still going through their hands. And the damage comes up. And look at it. They just go straight to the line. And he's over for another one, Johnson.
I think that's 3 for Preston Johnson.
He's getting the tries up there as well. And we're just having a look too as Jarlin, unfortunately, who's been sent to the bin. And being in the bin's not very helpful at the moment for the Country Brothers. But, yeah, you're right, Johnson. Just again through the hands and all that from that penalty. So close to the line. Well, 36-0. Paul, what would you be saying as the coach, Mark Palmer, for the Country Brothers?
It's hard to get them up now, isn't it? It's it's demoralising to have a score, and it's not good for any team, I don't think, to have a score put them on like this. But all they can do is trying to get back, complete their sets, kick long, defend their butts off.
A cohesion between this team, Danny Tanner Memorial, they are so structured. And that's the thing. We've seen a lot of teams there, the way they're passing to each other, it's like they've played for years together.
Yeah, there's some quality players in this side, that's for sure. The 5'8", no more than the 5'8", Levi Hack. Gee, he's a footballer.
Off the post, gets the extras, 38-0. That was a good kick, especially with a little bit of a breeze behind him as well. Well, they're piling on the points now. They're down a player. Jarlin's in the bin there, number 6, so an important player too. Nothing worse than in the heat and you lose a player too, hey Paul?
Absolutely. Oh.
Well, that's, I don't know what to say. I get the idea, Paul. I get the idea, but yeah.
You can see what the young bloke was trying to do. Hasn't helped his team at all.
Well, it's time to defend yet again. Country Brothers in the green if you just joined us on the QMC app. United as 1. Danny Tanner Memorial A side. The B side will be playing next. Eddie Monet will give you the coverage of that one. So stay tuned for the boys under 16. All their games on field number 2 today as we see another big hard run. And he's been doing very, very well too. Winton, he almost deserves a try as well. As we see them go on this left side. They've been attacking. They got the overlap as well. Just through their hands will probably work, and it certainly does.
Gee, they've moved the ball well, this Danny Tanner Memorial side.
Absolutely. 42 points now to 0. And they're called United as 1, Danny Tanner Memorial A, and the coach, Truan Walsh, should say that United as 1. We come together, United as 1, and they certainly are playing like that. And piling on the points here now. Late in the second half, boys under 16s. Well, Country Brothers, they got that player who was put in the bin there, their number 6 for the 5 minutes. So maybe getting a player back on will help, but I don't know what to say. They just need some more structure and everything like that, or else they'll just get some more points just piled on against them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the approach off this next kick, Donny. I think they've got to go long.
So he misses that kick, still stays at 42-0. You're the coach, Truan Walsh, of the Danny Tanner Memorial side. Would you start taking some players, the key players, and giving them a break, let them rest for the Carnival?
Oh, it's definitely an opportunity to give your bench, get a good rotation of your bench and give some players, a chance to get some footy that might not get them in the tighter games. Absolutely.
Would you start shuffling players around different positions, trial them out?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, let's see what they can do now, Country Brothers. They've got a full complement of players now too. We did have Jarlin there, number 6 in the bin, so let's see if they can make a contest of this now with both 13 on 13. And even when he was off for that 5, they scored out of that, so that did make a difference. Took advantage of the player being down and just threw it out through the hands. Another big run there coming from Danny Tanner Memorial. Up on halfway yet again. They know how to roll, and they got good hands, and speed matches those hands too. And look at him go. Walsh is going to go back inside. Ball goes to the ground. But speed from Walsh, I thought he was just going to be in there himself. And as we mentioned before, he's going to go down to Sydney and go in the Eels camp, the Parramatta Eels.
Well, this is a bit of a walk in the park for these boys.
Oh, referee is back in the scrum there. They're not in a hurry. Oh, no, just...
We've seen a lot of breaks in play for tries and errors, haven't we, Donny?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these scrums, I'm not a fan of the scrum, Paul. I don't know about you. You like scrums?
Well, I mean, it's quintessential to our game, I think, but it's certainly not what it was a number of years ago, Donny, that's for sure.
Good field position yet again. Danny Tanner Memorial putting the numbers and hands out there, and there's the speed man again, and just so simple. Goes out through there, and I think that might have been to Silver. He gets one. They add the more points. 46 now, 46-0. And that, again, from a scrum. And just through the hands and not even completing the set because they didn't need to. Straight out there, how good was that?
Well, I think the Country Brothers are counting down to the end of this game, Donny.
Yeah, we've seen some scores at the moment getting up to the 50s, and one-sided too.
I'm not sure if this is their first game, Danny Tanner. Is it their first game of the Carnival?
I believe it is.
They are going to be very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, and that's one of the teams that I saw the little jersey presentation as well. So that was good. They were filming that too for their own benefit, which was great to see.
We've got some sharp outside backs. We've got a very strong 5'8" there in that Levi Hack. They've got a couple of strong edge back rowers and their middle forwards. They seem to just keep finding. They keep rolling off the bench and making meters.
Oh, absolutely. If I had to do a 3-2-1, I'd really be pulling my hair out because there's too many guys to give those to. And look at that kick. That looks really good.
Oh, well
and
done.
It was. From out there, that was an awesome kick. 48-0. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial, the team from Bundy Wide Bay area, up against the Brisbane Country Brothers.
Well, I'd say we'd be 10 minutes into this second half, and Country Brothers have only had the one set with the ball, unfortunately.
But they started so well with the kickoff.
That was it.
It's the only success they've had so far, but they're still in this game in the sense of just trying to get a couple of points on the board. Good defence. That's what they need to do, Country Brothers. Try and keep them down this end. But it's pretty hard when some of these big guys just keep pumping those legs and going forward. Noah's wrapped up. There's danger out that left fringe because they got speed and power out there, and they've scored from that side too. Mars wrapped up, and again, they're up on the halfway mark. They get up here so quickly with those big men. Tries to push him back, and that's not too bad. That's a good effort. That's really good to see. Country Brothers not giving up.
Great tackle.
Getting through the hands. Oh, this guy is so damaging. Harris still going. Beats 1-2, and he's just sliding through the defence at the moment. They're all just taking a ride with him. Harris is going all the way to the line. This is their last now. Danny Tanner Memorial going out to that left side. Steps 1-2, back inside, slides in. There he is. Walsh, he gets a try, deserves it as well.
He did quite well there, Reece Harris. I thought he would look to push the pass, but he's held on to the footy. His team's got the benefit of that and scored next set. Ball went to Kobe Walsh. Just too classy for them.
The step back inside, brilliant, and yeah, it gets straight to the line. The sliding defence just fell for that step too, and creates some space and goes straight in. Wow, 48. This is to make it 50, and he's in a good position at the moment there too, Egmalise. He's slotted quite a few over as well. And that's the other thing too, Paul. These are not just 4-point tries, they're 6-point tries.
Yeah, they're going up in sixes.
And that's really hurting. In this particular case, Country Brothers. We saw that in an earlier game when I was with Andrew Walker. The Brown Snakes were just piling on 6 points at a time up against Camboose.
Adds
There
the
we are.
extras.
There's the 50. 50-0 at the moment. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial A side up against Country Brothers. Donnie Johannesson, Paul Stevenson joining you for this boys under 16s match on field number 2. This is the midday game. And I tell you what, the ice and the oranges will be coming out at the end of this game, because it is warming up. Not a cloud in the sky too, Paul. It's looking good out this way.
Well, they started with some enthusiasm, the Country Brothers, but the spring's definitely gone out of their step, Donnie, the poor buggers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, is it a case too at the end of the game? Do they just reset and have a chat, see what's happening with their positions, Paul? Because we've seen, you know, the defence is not too bad, but obviously quite a few holes there. And a team like United has won. Just have bigger players, don't they?
Absolutely.
And players like this, they're so damaging too. And the other thing too, they do very well is unloads, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just too big and too strong. Getting the arm free, looking for the offload.
Good defensive line set there by Country Brothers. Can they hold them out and keep them down this end? But the hands like that are magic. And here comes the speed man yet again. And Blair goes back inside. Blair's finally wrapped up, but look at all of the numbers coming out in this left-hand attack inside. Go to the blind. He's got a little bit of space there. Is he going to get knocked out? And that is good defence. Country Brothers, they try to go down the blind side, but good defence and reading that passage of play as well.
Well, they chanced their hand, which is fair, being up by 50, I guess, Donnie, but it didn't come off that time. Let's hope Country Brothers can get to a kick here.
Yeah, definitely. They need to start doing something. 50-0's the scoreline. Second half, boys under 16. Country Brothers in the green if you joined us on the QMC app. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial. And the very colourful jersey, black shorts. And don't forget QMC app. You can check out all the other scores and all that too as well. And see the live ladder and live scores. And see how maybe your community or mob's going as we see a bit of space. And finally, they're starting to run the ball. Country Brothers support on the inside. Unfortunately, ankle tapped and goes to ground. But good space. They've got some numbers out this left side. Runs back to the traffic. Holmes. Push back though. Lost a few metres.
Oh, they really needed to move the ball there, didn't they?
Well, they had the momentum, didn't they? Little chip over the top and chases. And there's some space. And that is good. That's one way to put some points on the board. How good's that? Finally gets on the board too. And great work, Country Brothers. 50-4.
Some smart little play there from the hooker. It probably wasn't a popular decision with everyone, but they got there, found the ball, and found some points.
Well, it was good that he kept his eye on the ball and was chasing it too, because I didn't think he was going to get it. And but they broke through the line with the chip over the top. And great to see. And that's probably some good talking amongst themselves too at the moment. Good work there, Country Brothers.
It might give them some confidence to roll into this game a little bit further.
We noticed that some of these blown out scores too, the team that's losing by quite a bit pile on at least 1 or 2 tries. So whether the other team's fatigued, that might be a factor as well too.
Very true.
Right in front. Expect the extras. And Fisher adds them. That's great to see. 50-6. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial over Country Brothers, who finally broke the 0 and got some points on the board. And it was a good passage of play too. You know, it's not like they've been hiding that.
A little bit of individual brilliance there.
Subs are coming on too for the Country Brothers. Starting to spark up a bit now, so it's good to see. Might be a little bit too late, though, to try and add some extras here. Late in the second half, the ball goes a bit of a stray, but he's on the spot to pick it up there. Watson still tries to keep it alive, but that's goes back now in the hands of Danny Tanner Memorial. They are putting them under the pump. Right in front. He has it hard run there, Noah. Noah close to the line. Plays it quick, tries to. And then this is where they do damage. Through the hands, long cut-out pass, of course, finds that man who gets space out there, and he goes to the line.
Another try to Preston.
Yeah, Preston, and put that down to Kobe Walsh, keeping that ball alive to get it out to him as well. Preston does some damage. Just when we thought they were looking good by getting some points on the board, Country Brothers, they turn around quickly. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial, and add another 4-pointer. 54-6. Kick to come. Wow, that's the thing too, isn't it, Paul? The Country Brothers, I mean, you put 6 points on, you think, yes, we're starting to turn this game around, but then Danny Tanner Memorial just pile it straight back on again.
Yeah, they've been relentless, haven't they? Absolutely relentless.
Well, he's in a good position there. We've seen a kick from that side of the field. Gets the extras. I can feel that warmth coming in now.
Absolutely.
Country Brothers having a chat in the background there too.
Oh.
And hits the post. Stays at 54-6. United has won. Danny Tanner Memorial over Country Brothers. Boys under 16s. Some players have really stepped up. Who really has impressed you so far?
Yeah, well, it's hard not to be impressed with Preston Johnson. That's 4 tries for him now, and just been really good finishing efforts. But right across the board, the 5'8's a great kid, Levi Hack. Xavier Blair's made a couple of line breaks, the centre. And I think, you know, they've got 2 or 3 middle forwards that will probably make this team of the Murri Carnival.
Good run. Starting there already, Blair was the man. And this guy, he's been causing trouble. Fisher has been a thorn in their side. And again, if they go out this way, they have so much success out there. They've really smashing them. Ball goes to the ground. Oh, I thought that was a clean drop there. Well, it's late in the second half. They've got some points on the board. That's the main thing. Country Brothers, they can have a discussion at full time and, you know, with the coach, Mark Palmer, and discuss what they want to do for upcoming games. Definitely a few changes will be coming in for Country Brothers for their next game, Paul.
I would say so. Hopefully they can get some numbers. Also, they may have a few players that haven't got here yet today.
Oh, look at this. Keeping the ball alive, a little bit high, but okay. that's where they have been scoring. They haven't stopped. They just keep moving forward. Egmalis, again, straight to the line. That's where the damage comes. And more damage there at 58-6.
Smart little play there, diving over from dummy half.
But Egmalis should not have had that much space, Paul. Surely there must be some talking in defence.
I think the term is shut up shop here, Donny. I think the Country Brother boys have pulled the pin.
Well, there's the full-time hooter in the background as we wait for the kick to come to see if it's going to be 60-6 or stays at 58-6. But I tell you what, they shouldn't have let some of the tries in. But anyway, not to take anything away from Danny Tanner Memorial, they did really well as the kick comes through. And he's got that, so that is the closing 60 there. So full-time here on field number 2 for the boys under 16s. United has won Danny Tanner Memorial A 60-6 over Country Brothers. Donny Johannesson and Paul Stevenson signing off for now. Eddie Monet is joining you next, and that will be the next game, which will be United has won Danny Tanner Memorial B side up against Brothers United.